Okay, with 5E here, I'm just going to start by saying I'm not really a fan of this one. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We're asking for a maximum required bid, and then we have a minimum bid. So that's basically the bid we're going to ask for each time we go through the loop on every item. It seems to me that with auctions, you always have a minimum required amount that that you have as a bid, and then everybody tries to bid higher than that and the person who just bid before them. So this one, I'm hoping that this is pretty accurate, but if you're noticing that it's a little off, then by all means, if you have a better idea, go for that. It's just not making a whole lot of sense because that's not really the way I thought auctions worked, having a cap on your bids. It would seem that you would want to get the most out of each item, and you would allow people to keep bidding higher and higher and higher and not stopping them from exceeding a certain limit. But anyway, we're going to start with, actually I'll kind of scroll through the pseudocode and then the code up here, and we'll begin here with the flowchart. So with the declarations, we got that maximum required bid. Minimum bid is basically just the bid that we're going to ask for every time we go around. And we're only going to ask for the max required bid at the beginning. Just go ahead and set that cap. And then we've got ID, days for auctions, and description. So we're going to ask for that max required bid. We're going to ask for the ID. If the ID is not 0, then we get the description, the length of auction days, the bid, and if that bid that we just entered right here is less than or equal to the cap, basically, the maximum required bid, then we're going to output all the information. And if it's not, then, if it's higher than that, we won't put anything there. But then we ask for the ID again, and when it's 0, we stop. So the pseudocode's kind of the same way. You'll notice it right here. Just got that loop there. And we've got place to get our information, our if statement, outputs, getting that ID again, exiting the loop, and stopping. So you can kind of look that over. I've got the code up here. I've already explained this line and this line in previous videos, so that should make sense. But let's go ahead and run it and see what happens here. I'm going to say that the cap on this auction is $2,000. I'm going to say this item ID is 45. Description, item 1. Length of the auction, doesn't really matter, 20. The bid, I'm going to bid starting at 500. And so we've got our first bid there. And now I'm going to enter another item, 48, item 2, and the length of the auction is 10 days. And now we've gone through, bids, and I'm like, hey, I want to bid 3,000 on this. Take my money. I'm giving you an extra 1,000. And they don't want to take it. So nothing's displayed because it's greater than that cap. Sentinel value and end the program. So hopefully that's accurate. I don't see that being practical, but it's just kind of going step by step with the problem, reading it piece by piece, and it seems like that's what they want, but maybe the wording is just terrible. So hopefully this at least helps a little bit, and if you have a better idea of how this problem should work, maybe you can take pieces from this and make use of it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.